Right out of the gate, the judge zeroes in on age, and trust me, that's not small talk. In court, age often equals accountability. So when someone's 45 with a long record, that's a red flag waving hard. The real question is, how many chances are too many?
You're what? 43, 44, 45 years old? How? You're 45 years old.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Studio microphone, this is where it gets serious. The judge is basically building a pattern argument, one of the most powerful tools in court. If your past keeps repeating, the system starts treating you like the pattern, not the exception.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, now 38 and 39. You are 45 years old and now 38 and 39. For every damn year you have been alive, you have picked up nearly a case. Every damn year. Mr. Gilbert. Why do we keep perpetuating the same thing, Mr. Bailiff, over and over and over, and some things just don't seem to change?
Have a response, sir.
In the criminal mischief, was there any restitution that was due?
Studio microphone, did you catch that? We'll be back here again. That's the judge predicting the future based on history, and that's devastating in legal terms. It means credibility is gone. And once the court stops believing you, everything gets harder.
$300 rubber balloon display. I didn't get a chance to talk to the complainant about it.
I'm sorry?
I didn't get a chance to talk to the complainant about it. It was the apartment building complex.
Yeah.
I'm not going to continue to do the same thing over and over, because if history is any indication, in about a month or two, we're just going to be back over and over and over. But 30, you are 45 years old and you're working.
I've been homeless and I've been, and I've always doing something. I've got a lot of things planned out right now, so yeah, I have a sober living place to get into, and I have going.
Stop. I don't want you to talk about the case, Mr. Gilbert.
Studio microphone. Now this is a power move. A lot of people don't realize judges are not required to accept plea deals. He's basically saying, I reject this shortcut. That opens the door to trial and potentially much harsher consequences.
But far be it from me to just continue to do the same thing over and over and over. I'm just not going to do it. It's time to do something different, because, like I said, history will tell us, and something has to change before you end up dead or with a 50-year sentence. So can we set up a TRAS on how to go forward? Would like to have you talk to some clinicians to see how we go forward, but I just don't think that this is a good idea, Mr. Gilbert. Look, I want you to understand something, that as the judge here, I do not have to accept the plea bargain agreement. You will be allowed to withdraw your plea, and we can either set it for trial or we can come up to some agreement that's better. But we've now done this 37 times.
Sergeant, these are different sergeants and
I,
all the sergeants.
it's, you can try to justify it anyway, but the fact remains, we're still here again and again. I don't think this is a prudent agreement, so, and I've heard that promise before. In fact, I've heard that promise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times with you here with me. I've heard that promise 7 times here since 22. So I just don't think it's a good idea. So I'd like to set a TRAS to see how we go forward. And
Yes, sir. I'll send them.
Please.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'll let him explain it to you.
Thank you,
Mr. Bell.
Would you like
Yes.
me to reset for you?
Yeah. And then I'm happy to expedite it, whatever you guys want to do.
Yes, sir.
But I just,
Thank you.
thanks, Mr. Bell. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Judge, on Miss Young, I did, I was in contact with jail. They did confirm verbally that she did surrender herself over to JPC. And then they directed us that, and I'm looking at this in the DA portal, but if we go to this, the person master tab and then booking release, they said that where it says surrender, that means that she turned herself in.
Let me see.
That's what the person over the jail.
Got it.
So.
Hey, Etch,
Right.
you mind bringing out Miss Young, please?
I'd say her next door.
Where is she? Who is she living with now?
Her sister, she got a job starting here at work this week. And, her son lives, I know they live like, I don't know if their sister still works.
If I'm going to give her a PR bond, Justin, I'm putting a monitor on her so we know where she is though. I mean,
Well, can you give her 7 days to get the monitor?
prior to release. I'm not going to hope that she gets it.
Was gonna hold up for release. Yeah, your order, not the hope that she will. They hold up for release and she's got a job start.
How long will it take to get the the monitor, if we do it prior to release?
Because some of the time she bonds out,
Well, if I do a PR bond now.
if the paragraph now is going to release into the next month.
Hmm.
Because the texts go home at 5 o'clock, and it will take at least 6 to 8 hours to get the process.
I'm not doing a 7-day setting for the monitor. I'm doing it within like a day. So if you want, I can give her a PR bond, but then she's going to have to be here the next day so that we can have her put the monitor on. I'm not going to wait 7 days for her to put the monitor. I think that's unreasonable.
Just if she could get to work on Thursday and then get her in here, I don't know her schedule, I don't get that far with her.
Studio microphone, let me ask you something. If the judge gives you a second chance, do you take it seriously or gamble again? Because right here, she's walking a tightrope. One mistake, and that PR bond disappears fast. 825 to appear again. I'm going to make your bond high, and I'm not going to give you another PR bond.
I'll get her in here Friday morning.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
I just have to see what her work schedule. is.
Sure, I'm okay with that. Good morning, Miss Young. How's jail?
It's all right.
You looking forward to staying?
No, I'm not.
Why do we have jails?
I missed court last time.
Not just once.
I only got counsel now.
I understand, but we've sent you multiple notices that you've had court, and this is not the first time. Your lawyer is asking for me to give you a PR bond. I will reluctantly do this, but I'm going to have you come back on Friday so that we can put a monitor on your ankle so we know where you are. The only reason I'm doing this is so that you can go to work on Thursday, but you have to be back here on Friday so we can put the monitor on you. And let me give you a little bit more perspective, I guess. If you ever fail to appear again, I'm going to make your bond high, and I'm not going to give you another PR bond. Do you understand? What is the offer that you've given now?
Retail debt control action.
So is it really a clean and green? Is that what they're doing?
The contract I was given has 1 day of volunteer work between the range, it's registered that date, and pay $100 for that, and then $30 will cover the alternative resolution agreement class, the independent class.
Yeah.
That feature would be that online, so that she can do it her own schedule.
No, yeah, but I'm gonna get it done quick. The case is 4 years old, so we're not resetting this for months and months at a time for you to get the stuff done. I'm gonna sit here, we're gonna give short resets to make sure that it happens. Because, let me be frank, that you're lucky that they're even offering this intervention program for you to get this case dismissed due to the age of the case. But I'm not gonna sit and hope, wish, and pray for the next who knows how long. I will give you time to do it, but a reasonable time, given the fact that this case is old as it is.
We'll wrap it up.
So I trust you. I get it. I understand. All right. So I'll grant you a PR bond now. Where's the theft from?
Walmart.
Yes, Your Honor. So
Okay. While you're on bond for this case, you are not allowed to go to any Walmart for any reason. You understand? If you go to Walmart, if you pick up a new case, things are just not going to go well for you. Okay? You've got Justin. Listen to him. He'll take care of you. And then we'll see you Friday. Okay?
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
You got it. Hi.
Morning, Your
Hi,
Honor.
Craig. What's up?
I'm here today on Ryan Doherty, who's on docket today, DOHDRTY.
Okay.
So they sent us a contract, PTI yesterday while I was in trial, so we,
Yeah, we'll give you time. Don't worry about it.
kind of, go ahead and make the appointment to get the interlock, so he's got that scheduled for Friday.
We'll give you 2 weeks.
All right.
Yeah, if he doesn't have it done, then let him know that we're gonna roll him.
Well, absolutely.
Are you done with trial?
Yes.
Okay,
Quarter 11.
nice, great, okay, have
Thank you,
fun.
guys.
Morning, Mr. Cantu. How's jail? We don't ask much from you, really. We put conditions. We ask you to abide by the conditions. It's not much. And when you continue to have issues, this is what happens. You know, at some point, your bond will hit a certain amount that whoever has the ability to bond you out, just look, I'm sorry, I just don't have it. I don't have that kind of money. That's where you are now. Your lawyer is asking for me to give you another PR bond, but I'm like, why am I going to do that when I know what's going to happen? History tells us what's going to happen. And if I continue to cave in, then I am in effect telling you what you're doing is okay when it most certainly is not. Do you understand? You are not a child anymore. You are in big boy court, and you cannot continue to have people baby you like you're a child. You play grown-up games, you get grown-up prizes, right? I'm happy to give you any bond reduction you want, but within reason, of course.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's reasonable?
Mr. Cantu is pretty much, has minimal family support. He works, 3 days a week at Little Caesars to try to have enough money to take care of himself. He's also trying to get into school. So Your Honor, because he works,
I thought he was in school.
he's getting in August.
No, last time we were here, he said he was in school, that he was a student. So what in effect are you doing with your time now, Mr. Cantu, if you're not in school and you barely work? So what are you doing now? You're doing nothing. You're sitting at home doing nothing.
Trying to get more jobs, but I have little to no transportation. Knowing this case is.
When there's a will, there's a way. And Mr. Cantu, when people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. This is why you need to do something with your life instead of just staying at home, hanging around with the wrong people, because invariably what's going to happen is you're going to get caught up with the wrong crowd. They're not on bond. They're not the one that's going to go to jail if something happens.
Yes, Your Honor. So
If you talk to family at all,
I talked to family, and we isn't able to make that amount.
Sure.
Mother is not working, and that's pretty much most of the support he has from his own, whatever he makes at work. He does get paid, $120 a week when he does work, so I'm gonna ask for one amount, of $500.
I'm okay with that. But what you need to realize is that every time you go to jail, and it's a relatively, at the end of the day, with the bonds that you have now, it would probably only cost $1,000 to get you out. It's not that lot. It's not, but many, many people lived on fixed incomes and they don't have that kind of, just to make it rain. So when you're out there in the free world and someone's doing shenanigans, you should be thinking, God, if I do this, is there a chance I go to jail? If I do this, could I be breaking bond? Because if you do, you're stuck like Chuck. Do you understand? I'm not asking my money. I don't want to use alcohol. I don't want to use drugs. And I want proof that you're not doing either. And that you're being as productive as possible, either in school full-time or working full-time. Do you understand? So I will reduce your bond. I want to see you out, but let me give you more. If you break it again, I will go bananas on your bond. And there's no excuse. I skip a test here. I failed to go take a drug test there. I don't have a right here. Take the bus or take the Dodge Patas. Do you understand? If you have the heart in this life, anything can be achieved. It's a matter of, do you really want to do it? Or is your ass going to be lazy? If you get lazy, it's just not going to go well. I'll set both of your bonds at $250.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, $250. This is the second bond violation, right?
Yes, sir.
So $252 on each. But let me tell you, if you break it again, to me, that's a kick in the ding ding and it's really not going to go well. You understand? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Mr. Towns. Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to, and possession of marijuana. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney.
Studio microphone, and boom, this is a courtroom twist. No probable cause on the marijuana charge. That means the evidence didn't hold up legally. But notice, he's not walking free. The trespass charge sticks. In law, cases don't always collapse completely. Sometimes they just...
President, if you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Are you high right now?
Right.
On April 21st, 2026, in Harris County, an officer observed the defendant smoking a substance wrapped in a cigarillo that the officer believed to be marijuana on the property of a store that has an active trespass affidavit. The store also has a drug-free zone sign posted on the exterior of the business. Defendant has criminal trespass charges from the same store. Marijuana weight was 4 grams.
You saw him smoking a cigarette to just the marijuana weight 4 grams. You're missing a couple links in that chain fence there, buddy. Trespass, okay. But
So going back to the detention, after viewing the defendant smoking the blunt in plain view, the defendant was detained and placed in the backseat of the patrol car. The officer ran him through NCIC and saw that he had a few charges for criminal trespass and PCS at the same store location. And then he didn't say that the marijuana blunt weighed 4 grams.
that's it. Okay. I'm going to find no probable cause on the marijuana case. However, I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on the trespass case, sir. As a condition of your bond, you're ordered not to go back to this location. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you go back, your bond will be revoked. You'll go into custody. There will be no more PR bonds for you. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Towns?
Sorry.
How do you support yourself?
I work on married and
When is the last time that you had a full-time job, Mr. Towns?
full-time job.
A full-time job.
Been a while.
A while is it different to every single person? How long has it been a while for you?
Oh, did you? That was a detail shop. That was the last job I had.
As a condition of your bond, you're ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, Mr. Towns, it's not going to go well for you. You understand? It's time for you to get a full-time job. Testing for
Studio microphone, this judge isn't asking for perfection. He's asking for compliance. No driving without a license. No braking conditions. Simple rules. But here's the bigger takeaway. In court, it's not the big mistakes that bury you. It's the repeated small ones.
40 days. You will be tested 40 days from today, Mr. Towns. I'm just giving you a heads up now. Forewarned is fair warned, sir. Do you mind giving an application to fill out for an appointed lawyer, please? Don't worry about filing conditions because you can move on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
That's it for now, Judge.
Okay. Stop. Don't. This is not the first rodeo that we've had. You know, you have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. So the PC or the stop was for what?
No front license plate and
Got it.
expired registration.
Okay, and then you're telling me that they order marijuana?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Blake, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Does he have a license to drive?
He does, Judge. Let me check his eligibility right now.
Please. As a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs or unprescribed controlled medication. You're going to be tested. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? There are no more PR bonds for you. If I find that you're using, it's just not going to go well for you.
It's not eligible.
You are not allowed to drive. You do not have a Texas driver license and probably don't have liability insurance, which are the two things that you need. If I find that you drive, likewise, and I don't care what your reason is, you will go to jail. You will be signing an affidavit. This is a promise that you're going to make to me today that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what you have to do in this life. Do you understand, Mr. Blake? Yes or no? Do not drive. I'm not going to warn you again. I am merely asking you to follow the law. I'm not asking you to split the atom. If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and if you bring it back to me and show me that you have those two things, meaning an eligible license with DPS, then I'm happy to take these restrictions off. But until that point, you drive. It's just really not going to go well for you. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'm going to have you come up here, swear test that you're not going to drive. You will then go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Veronica for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
They've been together 14 years. They have 3 kids. They were getting into arguing over infidelity. Pushed her with both hands to her chest, causing pain, fell back into the door, injured the back of her arm with a bruise. She was calling officers and he snapped her phone and slammed it on the floor, saying, "If I go to jail, I will kill you. I'm going to shoot."
Are you talking about testing, or what are you talking about, Mr. Corner?
Judge,
What condition do you want off?
well, he would like to monitor, Judge, he's not been in violation of that order at all.
You mean the GPS monitor?
Here's the GPS.
Yes, GPS monitor. And, he also is under orders from the family law court.
What?
They're having a divorce over there.
Is there any allegation that he has made any type of contact anytime? Do you know?
In the meantime,
Yeah.
We haven't heard from her about.
Do you mind reaching out to her real quick, letting her know that this is what we're planning on doing and what her, yeah, and then what her position is? And then also let her know in the event that we do take it off, just to, there's still a no contact order.
Right.
So give her your phone number so that she knows to get in contact with you guys in the event that he starts acting a fool, please. And then see what her position is. Can you give me 5 minutes?
Sure.
If she's okay with it, I'm okay with
Well, I
it too.
can kind of tell you, since there's a winter divorce going on in family law court,
At a minimum, I'm okay with it, but at a minimum, I want her to know what to do in the event that if he starts acting up in the meantime.
we've had some indication, Judge, that she's not telling the truth in the family law court.
Sure, I get it.
And to the police.
I understand, but at the very minimum. So where's Mr. Gonzalez? Come up.
So I'm gonna be opposed.
I know that, I'll give you another opportunity in a second. So there are many vindictive people in this life. We do what we do for a reason, not just for just giggles or whatever. I put the monitor on you for multitude of reasons. Number one, so that we know that you're not going to go back to the location. But it also, in a far off reach, helps you, because if you have someone else who's trying to be vindictive and saying, oh man, he's bothering me, he's over there, he's doing this, he's that, we've got a monitor on you so we know where you are 24/7. So if that person tries to be vindictive, trying to say stuff, you can prove otherwise, because those records tell us where you are 24 hours, 7 days a week. So if you know that you're dealing with something or someone who can use this as potential leverage in another matter against you, this may very well work for your favor.
Yeah, in reality, I'm not.
Yeah, look, I don't need you to explain anything. I'm just giving you perspective, because there's a lot of bad people in this life, and you never know who you're dealing with on the other side. We never know what happens behind closed doors, but we want to do everything in our power to ensure that nothing further happens. This is why we put the conditions we do.
What he says, if she lies about you today, that you're over there and you have a monitor on, you can prove that she won't. If she lies about you tomorrow and you don't have a monitor on, then it's her.
Who's to say?
And you look like the bad guy because you got cake spin. That's the reality of life.
Now, one more thing. You wanted to say something? Did you want to, Sean, did you have something else?
I wasn't aware of this, but they made me aware of it, that there was a permanent finding, there was a finding over in the 280 is that there was a clear and present danger.